I'm sure if you're a Michigan player and you're checking your mentions, you have a lot of people talking to you or your Instagram comments or whatever, telling you, oh, your team's a fraud, all this stuff. I think that weighs on a team collectively, all the conversation around them. That it just does. And so you add all that stuff up. I think the Michigan team that was rolling out there on Halloween or, a week before then that was still beating everybody by 40 points. I think this is a different Michigan team. I don't
Well, here's
know
the thing you're not saying that needs to be said. Here's what needs to be said, Dave. Last week when they went to Penn State, they were still in aggressor lawsuit. We're going to show everybody we're Michigan men mode.
We forgot. Yeah, we should hit on this.
This week, they're skates. They're on skates.
Tails tucked between legs.
It really is a different vibe from the administration and university that may or may not be seeping into that locker room, because they're not Mr. We're Michigan men and we're going to, sue the shit out of you and get our coach back. Now we're wondering whether Harbaugh's ever going to come back, and maybe he will this year for the Big Ten championship if they make that there and further. But Michigan is in such deep shit right now, and I don't know how else to put it. And I think Michigan fans are starting to come around to the notion of like, oh my God, this is actually going to be a big deal.
Well, all along the way, you've seen like I'm always intrigued with like the hardcore Michigan people like excusing this or excusing that. And every step of the way, we've kind of seen it, right? Well, it didn't affect anything. It was a lone wolf. We've seen it. You guys have seen it. You've heard it. I haven't heard a lot. I haven't heard a lot in the last 48 hours.
From this guy I followed in a long time, dating back to when I was on the beat, has funny tweets. But here's the notion of where things are. I have to cough. Give me 1 second. God, that was elegant. Okay.
That was. We got mute buttons on here. You can do that.
It's okay. I wanted people to know how seasoned of a host I am. Okay. Step 1 was everyone does it. Then it was Lone Wolf. Then it was Ryan Day is coping. Then it was should have spent time installing new signs that have been used all year. Then it was stealing signs doesn't help much. Then it was that's not him. Connor Stalions on the CMU sideline. Okay, it's him. Okay, there's proof. Then nothing will happen. Then we'll sue and leave the SEC. Then it's not cheating. Then Harbaugh suspended. Then here comes the lawyers. Then we're the victims. Then but due process. Then university president defiles himself on Twitter. Assistant elephant ears. Thoughts and prayers. Athletic department Googles what discovery is. Oopsie. We are Harbaugh stays suspended and we are here. And it's like there is this like it's been this like long stream of like back and forth of here's the new thing. Here's the thing that they say. Then the new thing turns out that that's wrong. And you go down the list and and then all of a sudden you got to get to a point where it's like, I've got no more options here.
Yeah.
Like we are in trouble. They're in trouble. And you know what the truth is here, Dave, too? And go ahead and call me a homer if you want. Maybe it's not a homer. You tell me. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I guess save for losing Harbaugh as their coach, Michigan has already paid the ultimate price for this scandal. And you want to know what that price is? That they no longer can say that they do things the right way, which is a major point of pride for them. But
their coach has been suspended for half the season for 2 separate incidents.
Secondly, though, and people will tell you that, Michigan did a good job. I even think that they kind of lucked ass backwards into this, but they convinced the Big Ten to stop being the aggressor in exchange to stay suspended and then leaving it all up to the NCAA, which is a slower, drawn-out process in which you have 90 days to respond, which does what, Dave? It gets us to the end of the season, and it gives Michigan a chance to do the one thing that only matters to them more than anything, which is to finally beat Ohio State again and win a national championship. But you want to know what the punishment is? That even if they successfully keep the law and the NCAA and the looming punishment kicked down the road long enough, and they do it, it won't feel right. It won't feel right for them. It won't feel right for the people who watch the sport. They won't get the respect that they are so craving that you get when you win a championship because everybody thinks they've been cheating. And to me, it's like you can vacate wins, you can suspend and fire coaches, but the entire program, even if it accomplishes the hardest thing to accomplish in the entire world, can't truly revel in the greatness that is winning a national championship because the entire country, right or wrong, will roll their eyes at you. So everything else after that, do what you want. Suspend Harbaugh for 6 games next year, fire him if he's whatever you want to do. Losing that essence, which is what made Michigan, the right way Michigan men mentality, that's gone, and they can't do what they wanted to do with the best team that they've had because people won't believe it. So what else can you do to a program? It's over. That's it.